Rocket League is a game that thrives on speed, precision, and raw mechanical skill. But there is one aspect of the game that separates the best from the rest: aerial goals. These high-flying, gravity-defying shots are some of the most spectacular plays ever witnessed in gaming. And when pulled off correctly, they leave both teammates and opponents in sheer disbelief. Today, we are breaking down the most insane aerial goals ever recorded in Rocket League history, dissecting the skill, mechanics, and precision behind these legendary moments. Get ready, because by the time we are done, you will never look at aerials the same way again. Unbelievable double touch off the ceiling. One of the most technically difficult aerial goals in Rocket League is the double touch off the ceiling. This move requires absolute mastery of aerial control, boost management, and timing. The play begins when a player launches the ball towards the backboard and follows it up by flying off the ceiling. Instead of using their flip immediately, they patiently wait for the ball to bounce off the backboard, then execute a precise shot mid-air, sending the ball straight into the net. This move has been perfected by the top-tier professional players, but it is still considered one of the hardest aerial shots to pull off in competitive play. What makes it so challenging is the positioning and read. The player must anticipate how the ball will bounce before even making their final contact. A single miscalculation can send the ball flying off target or make the player completely miss their shot. This technique is commonly used in high-rank lobbies and pro play, where defenders are often forced to pre-jump to block shots. Since the attacker delays their final touch until the last second, they can completely outplay defenders, making it one of the most effective ways to score in Rocket League at the highest level. The triple flip reset madness. If you think a single flip reset is impressive, triple flip resets take Rocket League mechanics to an entirely different level. A flip reset is a technique where a player makes contact with all four wheels on the ball midair, recharging their flip and allowing them to make another aerial movement before landing. A triple flip reset means the player touches the ball with all four wheels not just once, but 3 times before firing the shot towards the net. The precision required for this is unbelievable. The player must control the ball while rotating through the air, timing their resets perfectly, and avoiding defensive challenges. Only a handful of Rocket League pros and freestylers have been able to land this type of shot in live matches, as it demands insane aerial car control and boost conservation. When executed successfully, the goal looks like something straight out of a physics-breaking montage, leaving defenders completely helpless as the ball floats in midair before being hammered into the net. This type of aerial goal isn't just about style, it is about absolute control over Rocket League's physics engine, pushing the limits of what a car should be capable of in midair. The 0-second air dribble buzzer beater. Imagine this. The clock hits 0 seconds, and your team is down by 1 goal. The ball is still in the air, meaning the game hasn't ended yet. At this moment, a player launches into the air, takes full control of the ball, and begins an air dribble from their own half of the field. Defenders panic, trying to predict the shot, but the attacker perfectly maneuvers the ball above every challenge, keeping it afloat as they inch closer to the net. With one final flick, the ball sails past the last defender and lands in the goal just before touching the ground, securing a last-second win that sends the entire lobby into chaos. These 0-second aerial goals are some of the most dramatic moments in Rocket League history. Since the game only ends when the ball touches the ground after time expires, players who master air dribbling can create last-second plays that feel scripted. The patience and precision required to keep the ball in the air while dodging defenders makes this an extremely high-skill move, and when it happens in competitive play, the reactions are priceless. Freestyle musty flicked to ceiling shot. Freestyling in Rocket League is an art form, and one of the most ridiculous shots ever pulled off is the combination of a musty flick into a ceiling shot. A musty flick is a move where the player flips their car backward at the perfect moment, creating an unexpected shot with insane power. But when combined with a ceiling shot, it becomes one of the flashiest and most unguardable aerial goals in the game. The sequence looks like this. The player pops the ball into the air and chases it with a musty flick, sending it forward at high speed. Instead of landing, they continue the aerial into a ceiling reset, touching the ceiling without using their flip. As the ball drops, they flip into it one last time, sending it rocketing into the net. What makes this shot so difficult is the speed and timing. If any part of the movement is off, the ball either flies too far, lacks power, or gets saved by the defense. Only a few freestylers in Rocket League have managed to land this shot in a real game, making it one of the rarest aerial goals ever seen. The most mind-blowing redirect of all time. Redirects are some of the most satisfying aerial goals in Rocket League. The idea is simple. One player passes the ball midair, and another player flies into position to redirect it into the net. But there have been some redirects that defy logic. One of the craziest examples ever seen involved a pass coming in at insane speed, seemingly impossible to touch. But in a split second, a player launches into the air, tilts their car at the perfect angle, and makes a pixel-perfect touch, sending the ball flying into the net at a completely uncatchable trajectory. What makes these goals so spectacular is that they require 100% accuracy. If the player is even a fraction of a second late, they will either miss the ball or send it flying off target. These types of aerial goals are seen in pro tournaments, where teams rely on lightning-fast reactions to catch defenders off guard. Rocket League is a game where the impossible becomes reality. The aerial goals showcased today are not just flashy tricks. They are demonstrations of elite mechanics, creative strategy, and precision under pressure. From triple flip resets to buzzer-beater air dribbles, these plays remind us why Rocket League is one of the most exciting games ever created. Which of these insane aerial goals was your favorite? Have you ever pulled off a jaw-dropping aerial goal in your own games? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Rocket League's most insane aerial goals, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another high-flying Rocket League moment.